As part of efforts to boost the field of information and communication technologies, Algeria and Mali had signed a memorandum of understanding aiming at strengthening cooperation between both African countries. In a statement by the General Manager of Algeria Telecom Satellite, Mohamed Benadel Lohat, said that under this agreement, Algeria will market data and voice to another country, adding that the agreement will provide for the connectivity of remote areas in Mali and many government websites, as well as public and private companies. He added that similar agreements will be signed with other African countries. The General Manager of Algeria Telecom Satellite, Mohamed Benadel Louhed, and General Manager of Mali's ICT agency, Kamara Mohamed Salif, signed an agreement under the MOU on providing satellite internet access. Meanwhile, Malian Minister of Security and Civil Protection Salif Tar reiterated that his country's willingness to strengthen security partnership with Algeria and to draw on his experience in the fight against terrorism. It will be recorded Mali's Peace and Reconciliation Agreement, signed in the first stage in 2015 and in the second stage in June 2015 by all Malian parties in Bamako, was achieved after 5 rounds of inter-Malian dialogue launched in July 2014 under the international mediation with Algeria as the key mediator. The Khartoum-based Council of African Political Parties will host the inaugural meeting of the Committee for Coordinating Cooperation between Councils of Political Parties of Africa, Asia, and Latin America from February 26 to 24-26. The opening session of the meeting will be addressed by the chairperson of the Council of the African Political Parties, the chair of the Permanent Committee for Asian Political Parties, and a representative of the political parties in Latin America. The meeting will discuss aspects of tripartite cooperation, as well as a lecture about South-South cooperation to be given by a representative of the Permanent Committee for Asian Political Parties. The meeting will conclude by issuing a Khartoum declaration on outcomes achieved. Meanwhile, President Omar al-Bashir Monday had asserted that ABN remains a Sudanese territory, pointing that the national authorities perform their full administrative duties. Bashir made his remarks over the disputed area in a meeting with a delegation of the Sudanese Women Parliamentarians Caucus, headed by MP Wafa Meki Ali. In March 2015, speaking from Al-Fula, the capital of West Kordofan State, Sudanese President Omar Hassan al-Bashir declared that the contested Albe area belongs to Sudan and will remain a Sudanese territory. The United States government has donated an additional $2.7 million to emergency relief in the south of Madagascar as they continue into the lean season between harvests. The funds were provided by USAID's Office of Food for Peace and will be used to buy food supplies, including rice and green peas, to be distributed to communities without enough to eat. Ambassador Yamate stressed the importance of a formal emergency declaration from Madagascar, which could open up more options for the international community to respond and provide more aid for relief efforts. Since 2014, the United States government has been the leading contributor to emergency assistance in southern Madagascar, providing over $39 million of assistance and food supplies. Through USAID, the U.S. government has funded the work of Catholic Relief Services, the World Food Program, the Adventist Development and Relief Agencies, and other organizations have also worked together to ensure that relief efforts are coordinated and have supported each other to cover any gaps in food supplies. We'll go on a short break now. More news when we return.